everyone, welcome to Maggie Holmes Monday. Today I'm going to be working with some heritage photos. So these are a little bit different kind of heritage photos. One is vertical, one is horizontal, and they are, I'm showing you the products I'm going to be using. So a lot of this is from either the Heritage Collection or Flourish. And the same with my other products. And I'll talk about them as I put my layout together. But while I show them to you, let me talk about my photos a little bit. So my photos today are photographs of, one is a photograph of my grandmother's birth certificate. And the second one is a photograph of this little paper that they used in the hospital. And they used it to, it's called New to the Storks List. That's what it says on it, or something about a Storks List. And it talks about, and it's almost like a birth announcement type of a thing. So one photo is a photo of my grandmother's birth certificate. The other one is a photo of her birth announcement. So I actually have both of them in a physical state, but of course I don't want them to be deteriorated anymore. But at the same time, I'd like to be able to show people what they look like because they are pretty cool. And so what I did was if you've watched other episodes of my heritage photo series, if you have not, I have a playlist. I have a museum safe archival box where all of these type of paper or certificates, things like that, things that are kind of unique and that I want to keep, are stored. And it's a museum quality archival safe box, and some of the things that are in there are things that I think would be interesting for people to kind of look at in years to come. And so in an effort to kind of preserve them better, I photographed them, or I haven't even photographed them all. I have some more to photograph. And I'm going to go ahead and just scrapbook them. And so that's what this is. I hope that wasn't too convoluted. And I am using a combination of things from my Maggie Holmes box. I'm using some things from Heritage and some things from Flourish. So I loved this yellow. Actually, it didn't start with the yellow. It started with that purple paper. So that lavendery paper with the florals is from Heritage. I started with that I had a tag and then a couple of scraps. I started with the scraps. I had a couple of tags, and then I went through. And I saw this yellow paper, and I liked it because it's the exact same yellow that's in the little flowers that are in that purple print. And then as I was going through my 12 by 12 papers for a background, I decided that this would be the perfect background. I have 2 sheets of this. I think I bought 2 sheets of it because the other side is a floral. And I believe that my intention in purchasing and having 2 sheets of this was that one side was going to be a background and one side was going to be one I was going to cut apart. And I'm pretty certain that that's probably, I know how I think when I order paper, so I'm pretty certain that that was where I was going with it. And so that's what we're going to do. I'm going to use this black and white for my background. You saw me rough up the edges of that yellow paper, and I'm inking everything with my very favorite vintage photo distress oxide ink. So just a little bit of a side. So this layout, number one, it's going to come together really easy. And number two, it doesn't require a lot of like voiceover type stuff. So you'll be able to watch what I'm doing and you'll know what I'm doing. So I decided this is the perfect video to like catch you guys up on a couple of things. One of the things is that Maggie Holmes Monday has totally taken off. Okay, so first of all, there's a hashtag. If you go to Instagram, MH Monday, and there are lots of people playing along and sharing their projects, and it's fabulous. So there's that. The next thing is I have a ton of people that are playing along with me One of them, for sure, 100% is Gwen Ruck. So earlier today, she did a unboxing or a showing off of all of her Maggie Holmes goodies. And then she's going to be playing with me clear to the end of December, which is awesome. She is one of my favorite people. If you don't know Gwen, Gwen is the owner of Cut to You. She is from Australia, and she's wonderful. She's been in the scrapbooking industry for years and years, and she just earlier this year, started her YouTube channel, and it's so cute. And she's lovely, lovely, lovely to listen to. Her voice is not high-pitched and squeaky like mine. It's fabulous. So I definitely would say go ahead over, check her out. I know there are lots of other girls playing along with me. Shadney has been playing along with me. Christy's Beautiful Life is going to play along with me. I think Hannah Lemieux is going to play along with me. So keep your eyes open, because there will be lots of Maggie Holmes on Monday coming soon. If you are on Patreon, then you probably know Janet from RTS Scrapbooking. She used to be on YouTube, and she's kind of switched all of her content over to Patreon, and she only charges $1 for a Patreon subscription because she's doing it just for ease of use, more so than anything else. So she's not, trying to make income. So anyway, that's neither here nor there. She has this amazing video where she took the Marigold collection, which is the newest Maggie Holmes collection, and she went ahead and she made a knockoff Maggie Holmes Marigold collection with her Maggie Holmes stash, and it's like the coolest thing ever. So if you haven't checked that out, you need to check it out because it's awesome. And if you're not a member of her Patreon, she is fabulous. She's so much fun to listen to. She has the coolest ideas. Her and I are very similar in our ideas of just telling it the way it is, which I love. So I am going to use this little ephemera piece, which I think is from Flourish. And I'm using the Heritage clear sticker sheet to do my title. And my title is just very simply, It's a Girl. I don't feel like I need to do a lot of writing on this because there's all the writing that's on the documents, right? And so the reason I'm doing this is just so that you're able to read the documents and look at the documents and see what the documents say without having to smudge up the ones that I have archived and that I have kind of preserved, right? That's the whole purpose of this layout. And it's going to go in with all of my other heritage things. So sometimes when we're doing heritage folders, we don't want to do photos. We want to do, or we don't want to document necessarily pictures of people. I actually have a couple layouts that have things like this that have documents. I just went through and digitized and did a whole stock of heritage pictures and documents like this and got them developed. So there will be another round of heritage photos coming in the coming weeks. And I had a really fun time just playing with these collections and this layouts. I had pulled that black and white paper thinking I was going to do some fussy cutting those black and white florals, and then discovered that I actually had two rather large stickers and didn't need to fussy cut the florals. This was during a session of lots of scrapping going on in my room, so I had this random piece of Big Mama roll of tape that I'd cut too much off of, and it was just hanging out on my Mac, so I pulled it off. We're going to use it to pop some of the elements up. The die cuts I'm using it's just a collection. So I have the stickers from Flourish and Heritage, and the die cuts, I can't even tell you where they're all from. I think some are from, that black and white one has to be from something old, because that black and white tag has been floating around, and I have auditioned it on pages 3, 4, 5 times before I finally got on to this one. And I think the rest of the die cuts are from Flourish and Carousel. I'm almost positive it's Flourish and Carousel because I never purchased the die cuts from Heritage. I was being a smart cookie when I placed that order, and I said, you know what? I have so many die cuts. I have so many ephemera packs from Maggie Holmes. I probably can find what I need. Okay, so what's next? A little camera. Oh, no, these are those black and white. So these, I think, are from the sticker book that was exclusive to Scrapbook.com. When Flourish came out, I think that's where these flowers come from, but I'm not 100% sure. I know it's a Flourish 6x12 sticker sheet, and I have 2 of them. One of them was the one that was just released, like, regularly from Crepe Paper, and then the second one is from the exclusive one that they did with Scrapbook.com, which, you know, that was, like, years ago, 2 years ago, which in Scrapbook product industry, that's like a decade ago. Let's be real here. I am using these 2 strips of that purple paper to add just a little more purple and kind of frame out my photos a little bit. I ended up putting that black and white butterfly up at the top. So now that, since I have a little cluster up there at the top right, I'm going to add another little cluster down here at the bottom left. And I totally said that backwards because the butterfly is in the top left and then the other cluster is going to be the bottom right. It's just been one of those days, right? We all have them. Okay, so I'm going to pop on some foam tape. This is one of the ephemera pieces that I know is from Carousel. I do really love this though, and I love how I can mix and match all these ephemera pieces and all of these different collections different elements from the different lines, and they look fresh and new. That's one of the things I have been loving about kind of combining all of my Maggie Holmes and doing this video series is that I'm finding that I like how things go together differently than how I may have liked them going together when they were part of a collection. I hope that makes sense. And sometimes that's fabulous when you kind of can take all of the collections and kind of smoosh them all together. I'm going to go ahead and add that large floral sticker. And then I don't think I have too much more to go here. My grandmother was born in September, so this is from Shine. And I've been looking for reasons to use these little cut-aparts that have all the months of the year on them on as many layouts as possible, because I somehow ended up with like 2 6x6 sheets and then 1 12x12 sheet that has all the months on it. So I'm going to use that September one. I'm also going to add a little camera here because these are photographs and that's what we're dealing with. So cameras are always a good idea. And I think we're pretty much done. I auditioned that butterfly in like 1,000 different places, but he's going to have to go on to a different layout. He's just too big for any of these other spots. I'm sure we will use them in another layout very soon. So remember, the next Maggie Holmes Monday is 2 weeks from now, because next week will be my Wild Whisper Design Team week. And if you'd like to play along, just let me know. If you have a YouTube channel and you want the thumbnail, I can send it to you. I'm really open with whoever. You just need to be a friend of mine on Facebook, so I have the ability to message you. I wanted a couple of just little foil hearts, foil pieces, and so I added those. I'm giving everything a once more look. And I think in 2 weeks, I want to try to use that peacock on a layout. That might be my goal. All right, guys, here are all of your close-ups. Thank you so much for joining me today for Maggie Holmes Monday. I will see you in 2 weeks and have a fabulous day. Bye.